Hey guys, welcome back. I am so glad to be back to coloring and my life back to normal. Today was actually the first day where I wasn't exhausted. I was like totally back to doing other things, and I've been coloring for the last couple of days trying to get stuff down on paper, but just like doodle coloring, doing hair and stuff like that, which I'm going to show you in a bit. So, CMW, we're back. And I'm going to skip ahead this time. And we're going to talk about Putty Beige. Yeah, my favorite color. So I do have to talk about polychromos. And I did not find a single good comp for this color in the polychromos. As we go on in the video, if you like what I've going to tell you about this color. These pencils are available as singles. You can get it in Blicks. That's where I get my single pencils from, blick.com. And you can get them, I guess, in Hobby Lobby or Michael's, wherever they sell the single pencils stock. But I will warn you that some of them may not have this color. So, and also Amazon, if you're going to buy this color on Amazon, they're very expensive. So I would definitely stick with Dick Blicks, or I think it's blicks.com. I did the Putty Beige, and I have a story that will help you understand Putty Beige better than I can go through each color. Putty Beige is not an attractive color. It really isn't. But it's one of those colors that has a purpose. And I'm going to show you what those purposes are. Now, as you can see here, I have my CMW paperwork. And we have PC 1083 Putty Beige. And it's pages 342, 343, and 344. So those are the pages that you're going to be printing out. If you're using the master sheets, you're going to make a copy of the master sheet. You're going to write PC 1083 Putty Beige, color it in, and do not write on your master sheets. Let's take a look at this color. Now, you can notice that I don't have a lot of the greens and the reds on here, and I did that for a purpose because really, once you hear my story, I'm going to tell you about Putty Beige. You'll get to understand. Now, when I did this paperwork, I was getting my hair done actually, and I brought my CMW book to the hairdresser. Now, most people pay attention, but I knew that I was going to be there for hours because they were coloring my hair, and you just sit there for hours upon time. And I really thought it would be a good time to get some work done since I'm just sitting there. I can never do just one thing at a time. And so I had never used this hairdresser before. Now, during the wedding, I had to pick my fights gently. My daughter didn't want much of a wedding. I wanted her to have a decent sized wedding. We had to come to the middle. So when it came to picking things, and it was her wedding naturally, we went with her hairdresser, and that's who we hired to come to the house. Now, she had never done my hair before, so, and a little bit about my hair. I have pin straight hair, but it curls and holds a curl. So, if I wet my hair, and sometimes I do this especially living in Vegas where it's hot, especially in the summer, I don't want to go near a blow dryer. And I'm pretty lucky that I have straight hair and I don't need a blow dryer. I could just wet my hair, brush it out, and go. But sometimes in the wintertime, what I'll do is I'll take my hair and I'll wrap it up in a messy bun, and it's wet, and I just stick it a little clip in it, and I'm off and running. Well, when I take my hair down, I look like a bushman. I really do. My hair, I literally can have like a 2-foot afro and not use anything on my hair to hold it in place. That's the type of hair I have. And so using this hairdresser, it made me nervous because she didn't know this about me. She had never cut my hair. She had never colored my hair. I never had highlights done by her. And I went in and I trusted my daughter because I've seen she's done a good job on my daughter in the past. I went in and trusted her. So she does my hair, and you know how like you're getting highlights done, and my hair turned really, really quick. Like she wasn't even done with half my head, and the foils that she used turned, and they were like, so we were like in a fight to get the foils out, put the foils in, and when all was said and done, I was very blonde. And just a little bit too blonde. And she told me, "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna tone it, and when I tone it, it's gonna look perfect." So I'm sitting there coloring with my putty beige, and I'm looking at it, going, this is really ugly. And out she walks with the toner, and oh my God, the toner was putty beige. And I looked at her, I think my eyes widened, and I'm like, "What are you doing with that?" And she's like, "I'm going to tone your hair." I'm like, and now I'm imagining myself with this yellow hair with putty beige on top of it. And I was like in a panic. I was like, "Oh no, this is not going to be good." But I was good. I was a trooper, and I let her put this putty beige color over this brassy blonde hair. And when she was done, it was probably my favorite color that I ever did to my hair. And it dawned on me, putty beige does not look good next to colors. It doesn't look good mixed with colors. It's not an attractive color. But when you place putty beige over like a yellow or a color, it tones it out. It takes the brass out of it, which is a little bit different than the gray because you can't tone gray. You can't tone yellow with gray, but you can tone yellow with putty beige. So I began to get really excited. I had to admit to Tammy, my friend, that putty beige was not as bad as I thought. We were going through that, you know. It's you can use it more than just for rocks because she was telling me, "Oh, I use it in landscaping," and I'm like, "Blah, putty beige." So here are my paperwork. Now you could do your paperwork, and it's good because I really would not have discovered much about putty beige if I didn't pay attention to it. So I do recommend that you at least play with the color and form your own opinions. Now, I'm not going to go through every single color and go blah, ugh, yuck on every color. I'm going to show you what I did with this color. So as you can see, none of these colors, maybe artichoke is okay. None of these colors are fantastic mixes or palettes when you develop them with the putty beige, with putty beige being just that. Now, none of them are really attractive colors when you even blend them, okay? As you get towards the blues and browns, they're okay, but the color is so light, it gets dominated by anything dark, and you're not going to see much of a change. There's much better color choices to make when blending with this color. And you could see it's not horrible. It's not going to destroy your picture going through the blues on here. There's just nothing that really bounces right out. Once you get into the greens, yeah, I see where it could be used in greens. Okay, and you're going to take a look at what I'm talking about in just a minute. And here we have the last page, and it's mixed with some of the browns. And of course it goes with brown because it has some brown and gold like tones in it. So it's not going to be horrible with it. It's just blah. But now I'm going to show you what I did with it. Now, I did some demo video on this, but I really don't want to finish these pictures. This is the first picture that I did with the Putty Beige. In fact, it's the first time I ever even used Putty Beige. And the combination for this was a little bit on the strange side. I used Putty Beige, I used Deco Yellow, I used cream, and I used avocado, and then a light umber. Don't forget the avocado, and I know that's like, what did you put in blonde hair? Because it has like a little bit of a greenish in it, but not much. It was like a yellowish green. It worked. Don't question it. So again, the colors are Putty Beige, Deco Yellow, Cream, White, Light Umber, and Avocado. This was also the first picture I ever used this pencil on. This is a brand new pencil, and this is the Derwent Drawing Chinese White. Somebody had recommended it to me. I said, okay, I'm going to try it, because remember I was talking about what whites I use to make bright white, and I love when I get recommendations from my subscribers. I really do. I take them really serious. If it sounds good, I will buy it. And I decided to go out and get this pencil. I am in love. They were right. This pencil rocks socks. Look what this pencil can do. I'm going very lightly. This has a lot of layers on it. Look at my whites. Beautiful. This is now like one of my favorites with the Prismacolor white. I don't really like polychromos white. I just really don't. My own personal thing. This pencil, to me, feels like it's softer yet harder than Prismacolor. It wears down just like Prismacolor. Like, buy two of them, because you'll go through it. But I get a lot of bang for my buck, and it makes a huge point. Look at this point. Like, it's huge. And the thing is, it's hard. It doesn't, I haven't broken a tip yet. And this thing is ginormous. The core is very thick. So while it wears down pretty fast, I'm kind of sharpening it a lot, and it's on the softer side. You get a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to the white. Now look at this highlight that I'm getting with it. I'll leave the link in the description. People get mad at me when I don't do that. But look what I can do with this white. Nice, huh? Now, I don't remember what I paid for this. I really should finish this. This was a fun picture to do. I drew this. I had an inspiration picture, and I just looked at the inspiration picture and I went, I'm going to put my own spin on it. And I hand drew this, so you're not going to find it in any book. I sprayed it, so I'm scraping off a little bit of my spray. If I put another coat of the fixative on it, I should be able to get more tooth on it. But yeah, it's quite lovely. So this is the first thing that I did with it. Now let's look at the second thing I wanted to show you was this one. Now, this of course is not a picture that I would call anything. This is I was testing to see how far the brass would go. I've got my Putty Beige, which is not an attractive pencil, as you could see. But I put it over the yellow. Now you can't gray yellow. You can't tone out yellow. It does not mix with the grays. But this is not gray. This kind of has a goldish color, even though it looks on the grayer side when you color something in. Like if you look on it, there's a lot of some gold in it, and it doesn't really have too much in the way of as much of the gray in it. It has a tiny bit, but not much, and you can see from where I'm coloring that it does have sort of a goldish hue in it. Now, here I have absolutely horrible color hair. And I wanted to show you how to, if you develop hair that looks like this, which is not difficult if you pick up the wrong color yellow, try to stay, when you're doing hair, try to stay away from the canary yellow. Take it up to maybe lemon yellow at best. If you should run in, just like my hair, and it looked too brassy, grab your Putty Beige. This is an emergency pencil. Doesn't look really great. I'm probably not going to use it on everything as far as developing something with it. But for emergency purposes, on hair, it will take the brass right off blonde hair. And you could see right from the blending here on the bottom. I'm keeping the blonde. But I'm toning it down into a much more palatable color, so that once I really work on this a lot, you'll see your picture won't look like a hooker who needs a hair dye. Here you go, a little larger area. Still blonde, but not a brassy blonde. When I mix this with green, it also toned down the green nicely. And let me get out a green pencil and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here let me see, I'll color in one of these. Okay, this is parrot green. So this is basically a Christmas sweater. I am turning it into a Christmas sweater from your Aunt Mary. You know that one you hate? Not the aunt, the sweater. It's just too bright. But if I take the Putty Beige and I put it over it, you get a much less Christmas color. And you can also do this on leaves. And it becomes much more jeweled looking. A much nicer color. So you're going to just write on the top of your papers that Putty Beige is it's your emergency pencil. It will fix it. And that is our lesson on this color, because I can't show you anymore. It's just... So we are done with Putty Beige. We got it out of our system. And I will see you guys on the regular now. Vacation is now over. And I will see you in my next video. I love you guys. And by the way, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the wonderful comments on the wedding video. You guys are fantastic. I have the greatest group of subs on YouTube. It's you guys. So I will see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye-bye.